Mika Brzezinski, the Morning Ho on Morning Joe. Please run for President of the United States. I want to see your daughters humiliated and dragged through the mud by David Letterman. Both of them. Perhaps Letterman will make a joke about them like this. I saw Alex Rodriguez last night with Brzezinski's two daughters. I asked him in the morning, how'd he go? With a smile on his face, he said, "Oh, man, that was a double play." But that will never happen, will it, Brzezinski? Because Letterman has never made fun of a Democrat, much less a Democrat's daughter. And you'll never hear the conservatives go after children. They don't do that, do they, Brzezinski? But can you imagine the humiliation if you were a Republican with your two daughters? The fun Letterman would have? There'd be all kind of Alex Rodriguez jokes. Mika Brzezinski, a 5'5" windbag, has never sacrificed anything in her life. She was a child of privilege, had no problems attending college. She wrote a book. Mika, I see them on sale in Walmart. The shelves are full. That's good, right? They're going for about 10 cents a piece. Now, Brzezinski, if you were to write about your past life, the only sacrifices you could probably come up with would be the time your tonsils were taken out, if they were, and the one time you had a migraine headache. You are one of those takers, Brzezinski. You take from society. You are a millionaire. You are not an Occupy Wall Street person. You're a hypocrite, just like Michael Moore, another millionaire. You laughed when Letterman dragged Miss Palin's children through the mud. You pretended to say, this is not newsworthy. Another cut down of Miss Palin. I want you to subject yourself to the same thing so that people can vet you, other than guys like me. Nobody goes after you media freaks, and that's what you are, Brzezinski. Please run for office of any kind. I'm one conservative that will go after you and your two little blonde bimbo daughters. I don't even care if they did anything. I would make up something, because that's what you do. You and yours there, that Democrat pretending to be a Republican. You're not a rhino, Scarborough. You're a Democrat pretending to be a Republican. You are a hatchet man from MSNBC, Comcast, George Soros. You would not survive if you were a Republican, Brzezinski. They'd go after you. Your daughters would be fair game. But you will never hear that. Republicans don't do that. I might do it a little bit, but in a different context. It would be, this is what Letterman would do. Okay? Because he would if you were a Republican. Because I don't believe in going after children. I really don't. And I wouldn't. You who have done nothing, whining about how much money you should be making compared to that dork Scarborough. Whatever you're making now, Brzezinski, is 99.999% more than what you're worth. Some of the most intelligent, enlightening, talented people in the history of the world did not have a lot of money. Brzezinski, you're a taker. You're a hypocrite. And, you know, again, here you go, cutting down Cain. You will cut down anybody that you perceive a threat to your boy, Obama. But here you go again, cutting down Mr. Cain, who, again, I tell you, all he has to do is burp, and 40,000 people come to watch. You spent 2 weeks broadcasting on that communist network TV, MSNBC, about some kind of a fitness walk that you were going to have out there with Ed Randell and other people you browbeat into showing up. There were about 10 or 15 people showed up. That old dumb-looking Valerie Jarrett, and old out-of-shape, can hardly walk Ed Randell. And Mika, how come I never hear you cutting down Starbucks? Do you know that Starbucks, the average employee, lives below the poverty level? Did you know that Starbucks sell cookies and calories and cream and sugar? Why don't you ever cut that corporate down? Maybe you're a hypocrite, Brzezinski. I'm going to call you out on that. And how much of your salary is dependent upon Wall Street's advertisers advertising on Morning Joe? You're a hypocrite, Brzezinski. I read your autobiography. Your father, the anti-Semite. I was in the military. I was in the Army stationed in Berlin Brigade when that fool Jimmy Carter was in charge. I'm glad Reagan came in behind him to clean up that mess him and your father made. Brzezinski. Yeah, run for office. Run for office, Brzezinski. I want to see your daughters drugged through the mud like you drug Miss Palin's daughters through the mud. Run for office, Mika. Sacrifice for once or the first time in your life. And Mika, don't talk to me about my sacrifice. I'm Joseph Allen Mowry, M-O-W-R-Y. Middle name spelled A-L-L-E-N. Joseph Allen Mowry from Live Oak, Florida. You can write St. Louis, Missouri. My military records are not secret. I'm not a ghost. Everything I've done, owned, wear, or talk about myself is documented. Fool.